Shalom, Israel. So I was watching the birds lesson. They're doing the unity class. And they recommend people check it out, man. It was a inspirational, heavily powerful, man. Spirit power was on. I believe the spirit was on the birds. It was out in the spirit, man. But yeah, they're going into sacrifices, but the wicked, and they get the spirit hopped on into a video on it. So of course saying call in YAHAWASHI from QADASH, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI from QADASH. Call in YAHAWASHI from QADASH. Of course, you know I said the Apostle Nelson to you well. But yeah, Isaiah, look at the main point. Isaiah 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that are come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf fall off from the vine, as a falling fig from the fig tree. No nukes. When the sky pulls back like a big cloud roll, mushroom clouds, that's talking about no nukes. With the little ring around the nuke, that'll be considered the clouds rolling as a scroll. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people my curse to judgment. The sword of Yahawah is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of the lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh have a sacrifice in bozrah, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks of the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. The streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, the dust thereof into brimstone, the land thereof shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. A generation and generation shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. It goes in more to it, but that's the main point. Sacrifice in the land of Bozrah. It's coming, man. And elect are going to get sacrificed too. Well, some elect. Well, we're all elect, really. Why? Because our bodies are living sacrifice. Calling my YAHAWASHI from QADASH. Romans 12:1. Beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahweh YAHAWASHI, from QADASH, which is your reasonable service. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed in renewing your mind, that you may prove what is a good, acceptable, and perfect will of Yahweh YAHAWASHI from QADASH. Our bodies are living sacrifices. And when the day comes, on arouse of one we depart in number. Where is the sacrifice? Well, arouse of one is a sacrifice unto life everlasting, YAHAWASHI. But if not, there will be a sacrifice of death, destruction that they brought out. In 2 Corinthians But no, that doesn't go into it, halahyam. No. Yeah, I might as well break it down anyway. It doesn't go into it, but whatever. No, it's whatever. No, go ahead, Mike. How was your message? That's I'm gonna break it down because now they brought out the LT version of this, and I might as well get that, going off the spirit, man. The spit. The spit. You know? 2 Corinthians 2. Get that to you real quick. And here we go. 2 Corinthians 2 and 14 the LT. But thank YAHAWASHI from QADASH. He has made us his captives and continues to lead us along in the Mashiach's triumphant procession. Now he uses us to spread the knowledge of the Mashiach everywhere like a sweet perfume. Our lives are like a Mashiach-like fragrance rising up to Yahawah, BAHASHAM from QADASH. But its fragrance is seen differently by those who are being saved and by those who are perishing. And those who are perishing, we are a dreadful smell of death and doom. No. The wicked of our nation, 2/3 of the wicked, and also the heathen as well. They hate the smell of it smells like ass. No. But to the elect, it smells wonderful. No, a smell you always want to keep smelling. Like your favorite food. It smells like your favorite food in the kitchen. You smell it the whole house. Can't get enough of it, man. But to those who are being saved, we are a life-giving perfume. And who is adequate for such a task with this? You see, we are not like the many hucksters who preach the personal profit. We preach the word of Yahawah with sincerity and Mashiach's authority, knowing that Yahawah is watching us. But the main point is that, not even the main point, but it's just a side point, hey, where'd that sacrifice? And to those who are not elect, or sacrifice to death, it smells like death, but really, the elect were sacrificed to life. Operaza one is us, of course. We're Operaza one, we are the sacrifice. We don't know at the end of the day. No one knows. But here's the one I want to get. Going back to the topic of bozrah. End of the world. Might as well start at 11. Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called faithful and true, and righteousness he doeth judge and make war. His eyes were a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. He had a name written that no man knew, but he himself, YAHAWASHI. And when it said it had a name that no one knew, I mean, coming in the way, it represented coming in the way, a garner and a power that no one knew, man. He coming in a new way, in a way that never before seen in the face of the earth. A legion, army, the firmament breaking. No one's seen that, man. No one. But yet the Lord will make it happen. Break the firmament. Call down legions of angels and chariots, UFOs, so-called clouds, written in the scriptures, the vehicles of Lord, chariots of Israel, to save Israel and the elect, and destroy the heathen, man. With a giant fathership, as mentioned in 2 Ezra 13, man. And no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture, dipped in blood. And his name is called the word of Yahawah. And the word of Yahawah is YAHAWASHI. And armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. Similar to appear, coming in the way of righteousness. One knows as being Michael the Archangel, referring to Revelation 12 and Daniel 12. 12 and 1, and Revelation 12 and 12. Michael the Archangel stand up ready for the children of Israel, man. And going to cause mass havoc, man. Lord knows, man, who's like God? That's what Michael means, man, in the Hebrew. Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven, in the sky. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought at his angels. Prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So it got taken out of power, and that's the main point. Not talking about literal dragon, not talking about literally, a dragon, or not talking about Satan either. Because people say, oh, you're talking about Satan, Antichrist. No, not talking about Satan, not talking about Antichrist fighting in the literal heaven. No, it's talking about, helicopters, jets, fighter jets, aircrafts, whatever the case may be, getting blown out of the sky by angels and UFOs, man. War of the Worlds, man. I believe that movie is called War of the Worlds. I ain't gonna go that far into it, but that's the Lord's will. I ain't going into more. I call it YAHAWASHI from QADASH. Main point is in Revelation 21, man. Isaiah 21, man. Isaiah 21. Isaiah 24 21. Shalahyam. Calling YAHAWASHI from QADASH. Isaiah 24, that's verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth is revealed to and fro like a drunkard. It shall be moved like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. They shall be shut up in prison, and after many days they be visited. They go to slavery. And next thing you know, after many days, or after 1,000 years, they're going to get murked off the face of the earth. In the pit of fire, man. In the pit of fire. Burning with Joseph at the flame. Paraphrasing Obadiah. Obadiah 1:18. Judah should be a fire, and Joseph should be a flame, and burn, and kindled in the midst of Edom, man. Even right now we're doing it. The main point is the hosts of the high ones can be punished. They're on high, man. War in the heavens. AKA just armies in the sky fighting one another. So-called dog fights. With the airplanes fighting one another, dog fights in the air. It's gonna be like that, but heavily one-sided. YAHAWASHI in the lead. Calling him like YAHAWASHI. Revelation 19 verse 15. And now on the out of his mouth goes a sharp sword. Now his mouth goes a sharp sword talking about basically his destruction, calamity, his power, his greatness, his judgment. Or just be simple about the laser beams. Be simple about it. Again, quoting Revelations, second Ezra 13, the fire going out of the sword, the judgments are written, things written in the law. And in the law, it talks about nukes, the bombs, the fire of the Lord, and by the wicked. Read on out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and tread the winepresses of fierceness and wrath of the almighty power Yahweh. And going to go to 2 Ezra 13 to show what I was saying. 13, There. I provide one and get real quick. For those who know. Oh, there we go. Okay. Holy YAHAWASHI QADASH. Second Ezra 13. I'll look at right first. Second Ezra 13, verse 11. 10. Only I saw that he set out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, it fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up everyone. Then upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be received, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Now they're talking about, laser beams, man. Huge laser beam practical missiles, man. Going like a Gatling gun. 1,000 shots a second, man. Rain down upon the wicked. It'd be insane, man. Look, you imagine as we're looking up at that shit, like a whole bunch of angels, fireballs coming down. Like, it'd be mad. It'd like, please. And, like, man, wow. Awe, marvel. 27. Whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a breath of wind and fire and a storm, and he that held neither sword nor any instrument of war, but that the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation. And behold, the days come. Skip. 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and signs shall happen, which I shewed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. That's where YAHAWASHI is. YAHAWASHI being declared right now. But truly going into when he comes, again with the fathership, then he truly be declared and seen. And when all the people hear his voice, every man in their own land lead the bow, they have one against another. And a new multitude shall be gathered together as thou sawest them when to come to overcome him by fighting. That's impossible. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, talking about the elect. It's to basically be over the elect. Governance over the elect. Not literally saying, not saying that the big mountain was literally talking about the elect, not a metaphor. People try to say, I believe, foop, try to say it in a metaphor, talk about the gospel. Not talking about the gospel, man. They're talking about literally a fathership, man. And signs shall come and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and built like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. So the big chariot, man. The elect are gonna be like that. They'll get conflated. They'll get misconfused. They'll get misconfused or confounded, man. He's saying that they're gonna be indestructible. It can't be measured. Again, that was literally a chariot, man. That was a literal vision. You literally saw it. That's like how John saw literal people taking the MOTB. That was literal. That was literal. Sometimes the visions they see are literally literal. Not every vision is metaphoric, man. Not every vision is metaphoric. Not every vision is metaphoric. Some visions are literally literal, man. They can literally see. Some prophets saw Babylon get destroyed. Daniel saw YAHAWASHI coming to Yahweh to receive all glory and power. That's what he did, man. Oh, shoot. Oops, no, it's like it, but yeah. Some visions are literal. This vision is literal, but twofold, to say the least. Twofold. Mount Zion, it literally is a fathership. It literally is going down and destroy the people, but it's also twofold for the elect. Because what it says in Revelation 14, that the elect were standing upon Mount Zion, 144,000 standing upon Mount Zion was the Lamb, YAHAWASHI. Don't get misconstrued in the literal. In this, my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest. You gotta rebuke them how? By blowing them up. By AKA UFO. Big UFO, man. Huge. That the cherry he coming in, man. That the cloud he will return, man. It says Acts 1. Not a small thing. He ain't no small chariot be taking up YAHAWASHI, man. He ain't coming down a little saucer, man. He ain't coming down a little saucer, man. Maybe the size of a house, maybe. He ain't coming down like that, man. He coming down in the huge, grand chariot of the Father, man. That's coming. And this my son, I'm calling him like QADASH. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts and their torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented. How was that torment? Talk about nuclear bombs, which are like to a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor, but law which is like unto me. Really like it to a flame, because Yahweh is a flame, a fire, an ever burning fire. He is fire, man. He's a spirit. The spirit is fire, man. And again, by the law, which is like unto me. The law, destruction, desolation, are even pre-written in the law itself. But beside no more, it got burned into dust and ashes with everlasting fire, burning. Same thing gonna happen. Burning, 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 burn. There we go. Calling like YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Deuteronomy 32:41. If I wet my glittering sword, if I wet my glittering sword in my hand, take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies. I will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of the captives from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy. Rejoice, ye nations, with his people, for he will avenge the blood of his servants, and will render vengeance to his adversaries, and merciful to his land and to his people. Call, I am YAHAWASHI from QADASH. It's going to happen soon, very soon. Revelation 19:15. Out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he shall smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness of the wrath of the almighty power, Yahawah. And he goeth on his vesture, and on his thigh a name written, not literally on a sign, not literally a tattoo written, just showing that power is in it, man. That's the representation. Again, this is thing not literal. Again, you gotta discern what's literal and not literal. Not literal sword coming out of his mouth, and not literally a name written on the side. Gotta discern. It can't be as simple. Simple. He have a vesture. He have on his vesture, on his side, a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, or halahyam, the one, YAHAWASHI. No. King kings, Lord lords. No. I mean, just clothes, garmented in royalty, rulership, because he is indeed the ruler of this world. Already got all principality and power are given unto him already. Matthew 18, leave it 18. No, yeah, quick. So not Matthew 18, but 28 and 18. Call him like YAHAWASHI from QADASH. And YAHAWASHI answered, YAHAWASHI came and spake unto them, saying, all power is given unto me in heaven and earth. So you already got all power. Now you're just waiting to get the power shown on earth. You already have the power already. You just wait to physically display it on earth. Because the world don't know it. But the elect know it. And soon enough, everyone know it. Soon in time, we try to rebel with nah. The Lord gonna hit him with a no. A heavy no. A heavy no so hard it'll kill millions. Revelation 19:16. And he have on his vesture and on his side name written, halahyam, YAHAWASHI. And I saw an angel standing in the sun, and cried with a loud voice, saying to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great power Yahweh. No, what is happening gonna happen to the battle of Jehoshaphat. All this happened in the battle of Jehoshaphat or the battle of Armageddon at the same time. In Revelation 20, Ezekiel 20, Ezekiel 38, 39, a whole bunch, Joel 3, Zephaniah 3, the whole, Isaiah, man, Isaiah 66, man, a whole lot of things go into this day, man. I already read Isaiah 34, and Isaiah 61, 63 as well. You know, at Revelation 14, man, it's a whole lot, a whole slew of things going, man. The ye may eat the flesh of kings and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of the mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and all, and of them, flesh of horses, and them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, or small and great. You know, there's a sacrifice, a big barbecue for the animals to eat. And so the beasts and the kings of the earth and the armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. The false prophet going to the Vatican City. No, the false prophet going to the Vatican City. No, because what was it? If I'm not mistaken, the false prophet goes in 3. No, Shalakia. No, Shalakia. Yeah, Shalakia. Yeah, I won't say anything about it. No. Cause I believe there's 3 frogs. The 3 frogs that came out of the mouth were the Vatican City, London, and the Pentagon. You know, the 3 branches. You know, the economic side, beast. I might have to refresh them. Yeah, I had to refresh them. That Shalakia. Hey, you know, all the spirit. You know, call him like YAHAWASHI. So yeah, I had to refresh on that, so I won't comment on it. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with him which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. They got nuked. America's getting nuked, man. Now the beast is not America itself. Part of it's a whore, but again, not the whole beast. No. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse. Remnant was slain. It's like the remnant was slain with a sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth. Now the fowls were filled with their flesh, aka the guy killed him. Gotta get him, man. Lord gonna make a sure slaughter. A huge slaughter, man. Joel 3. Yeah, quick. Joel 3. Yeah. Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, love the men. War draw near. Let it come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I'm strong. What the nations are trying to do right now, trying to say they're strong, but they ain't. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together among round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down on Yahawah. Let the heathen, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down on Yahawah. No, the elect. No, the mighty ones of the Lord are the elect. 144,000. Elect remnant. No, was not the woman. One knows what could have happened that day. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Where there will I judge, where there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full. The fat overflow, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, where day of Yahweh is near, in the valley of decision. No. The sun shall be dark, the sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yahweh also shall roar out Zion, and his voice for Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people. Hashem Rashai from QADASH, strength of the children of Israel. No. Man. Beautiful in mind, man. Ezekiel, Zechariah 9, Zechariah 10, no, Zechariah 12, of those rising up at David, being weak on the meek. So I can't even pronounce words, man. I can't even pronounce words. My words for my vocabulary is not working. My vocabulary is not working. Oh shit, oh. My vocabulary is not working. Jehoshaphat is Yahawah Shaphat. Yahawah Shaphat, or Yahawah Judge. Yahawah Judge, or He Judge. He shall judge. He will judge. He is judging. Well, not judging. He will judge. He is. Well, he will judge, etc., etc. He judge. He judge. That's how you say it. He judge. Yahawah Shaphat. That's what's gonna come down. Yahawah Shaphat, man. Coming real soon to a theater near you. To a theater near you. To a theater near you. Get this real quick. Zechariah 12:8. In the day shall Yahweh defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them. And none of them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as Yahweh, as the angel of Yahweh for tomorrow. Man. And there's numerous precepts, but we're saying, call in YAHAWAH, Shemir Shai from QADASH, Back YAHAWAH, Back Shai, halahyam, Shemir Shai from QADASH, I'm calling YAHAWAH, Shemir Shai from QADASH. Get this last one. Isaiah 61, and start verse 1. Get this shit out of here. Cool. The spirit of Yahawah, our power is upon me, because Yahawah have anointed me to preach the good tidings unto the meek. He has set me up to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison, like says, he have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, proclaim liberty to the captives, The opening of the prison, the damned are bound. Proclaim the acceptable year of Yahawah, and the day of vengeance who are captive, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. To pour in unto them that mourn in Zion, to give them unto them beauty of ashes, beauty for ashes, the oil of joy of mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, and they might be called the trees of righteousness, for the planting of Yahawah, that he might be glorified by Shem from QADASH. And they shall build the old waste, and they shall rise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, desolations of many generations. The strangers shall stand and feed their flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. No, still coming. Of course, they can call the name like Yahawah. Shem QADASH, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. halahyam, Shem QADASH, and call him YAHAWAH, Shem QADASH. No, it is extreme, man. YAHAWASHI is coming, man. Who is this coming from even? Die garments for bozrah. This is the glorious apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I spake, and the greatness might save. Talking about YAHAWASHI, man. But he's that king come to save us, man. The Psalm. It says in Psalms 79, to release their oppression, man. Yeah, but I believe that, man. Point. I can go on. It'd be the Lord's will. Spirit of alignment, just go on and on and on, etc., because you can't really go on and on. It'd be difficult to get every precept, man. Like Psalm 72 and 4 talking about Yahawah, Solomon, which is YAHAWASHI, so I'll talk about YAHAWASHI because they never was fulfilled by Solomon. Psalm 72 and 4, he shall judge the poor and his people. He shall save the children needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. What Solomon never did. But YAHAWASHI would do that, so henceforth, YAHAWASHI is Solomon. You have ear to hear, let me hear. Of course, saying again, call him like YAHAWAH from QADASH. I'm going to give them honor at the possible millstone, teachable well. YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, I will like YAHAWAH from QADASH. Call him like YAHAWAH from QADASH. Shalom.